The moment my mother, Sarah produced the cashier's check for $45,000, I knew something was horribly wrong. This wasn't just a payment. It was the price of a devastating secret, paid in full and delivered with a chilling smile. We were at the closing table for my grandpa Arthur's small estate, which consisted solely of his crumbling farmhouse and a few meager savings. The problem was, Grandpa had passed away 3 months prior, and his estate was insolvent. He owed the local credit union $45,000, a debt that threatened to swallow the farmhouse whole. My brother, Ethan a quiet IT worker, and I, Meyer a 30-year-old high school librarian, were prepared to walk away from the place, heartbroken but pragmatic. Then Sarah, my mother, who had been conspicuously absent from Grandpa's life for the last 30 years, swept in. She slapped the check down on the table, paid the debt, saved the house from foreclosure, and then fixed me with a gaze that cut straight through the pleasant fiction of our polite, restrained family. The debt is cleared, Maya, she announced, her voice echoing in the sterile office. Now, we can talk about what really belongs to me. The conflict landed instantly. Why would my mother, who had been estranged from her father, Grandpa Arthur, for 3 decades, suddenly pay off his substantial debt? It wasn't an act of grace. It was a transaction. What did she know that we didn't? The core conflict was whether I should accept her inexplicable generosity and the promise of a shared inheritance, or start digging into the 3 decades of silence between her and Grandpa. Silence, I suddenly suspected, was covering up a massive, life-altering family secret. The risk was revealing a truth that could rewrite everything my brother and I thought we knew about our lineage. Was I wrong to suspect a devastating motive behind an act of financial kindness? Tell me honestly, would you have taken the $45,000 gift and run, or would you have demanded to know the price of that check immediately? To understand the weight of that $45,000 check, you need the history. Grandpa Arthur was a good man, a simple, hard-working dairy farmer. But he was also perpetually broke and fiercely stubborn. His relationship with my mother, Sarah was a mystery wrapped in 30 years of silence. Sarah left the farm the day she turned 18, went to the city, and became a highly successful corporate consultant. She returned twice, for her wedding and for my birth. After that, nothing. No calls, no holidays, just stony silence. We, his grandchildren, were the only family Grandpa had. He never spoke ill of Sarah. He just said, "Your mother chose her path." Sarah, conversely, always dismissed him as an anchor holding her back from success. The farmhouse, though worthless in commercial terms, was everything to us. It was where Ethan and I spent every summer, learned to fish, and felt the only true sense of belonging. The debt, that $45,000, was incurred over the last 5 years of Grandpa's life, largely due to a disastrous investment in a piece of faulty farm machinery. When he passed, the credit union was ready to seize the house immediately. When Sarah paid the debt, the lawyer, Mr. Thompson, confirmed that by clearing the debt, she was now the primary creditor, effectively controlling the disposition of the house. Since there was no will, the estate was split equally between the 2 living children, Sarah and Dad, who had passed away 5 years ago, meaning my brother Ethan and I were due Dad's half. The current situation, Sarah owned 50% of the house, and Ethan and I owned 25% each. Sarah's goal was clearly the house. 2 days after the closing, we met Sarah at the farmhouse. She didn't look nostalgic. She looked possessive. The house is old and expensive to maintain, she declared, sipping a high-end bottled water. I cleared the debt, so I'll buy your shares out for a fair market price, which is frankly almost nothing, considering the upkeep. I plan to use the land for a corporate retreat center. That was the final straw. She didn't want the house. She wanted the land and the history erased. I told her we wouldn't sell. She just smiled, a cold, calculating smile that didn't reach her eyes. You don't understand, Maya. I didn't pay $45,000 just for the house. I paid it to secure a conversation you've needed to have for 30 years. She then dropped the first bomb, revealing the reason for the silence. Arthur didn't abandon me. I ran away because he stole from me. Sarah claimed that when she was 17, she had saved up nearly $10,000 from working odd jobs. This was her escape fund, to go to the city and start her consulting career. She claimed Grandpa Arthur, in a moment of desperation for farm repairs, had secretly taken the money, leaving her destitute and forcing her to start her life from scratch. When she confronted him, he denied it, leading to the permanent rift. That was her truth. I looked at her, then at Ethan, who was pale with shock. Could Grandpa Arthur, the kind, simple man, have been a thief? My memory insisted he was good, but the $45,000 debt proved he was financially desperate. The only place I thought I could find the truth was in Grandpa's archives. As a librarian, I had always meticulously catalogued his papers before he passed. I went straight to the old barn office, dusty and smelling of hay and old paper. I focused on the year Sarah turned 18, 1995. I found a stack of his financial ledgers from 1994-1996. They were meticulous, chronicling every penny. In the summer of 1995, there was a clear entry, a loan repaid, $10,000, repaid to whom, the entry didn't say. But 5 days after that entry, there was another one, tractor repair, $10,000. It looked like the money was immediately used. It backed up Sarah's story. Grandpa had taken $10,000, but the entry said loan repaid, not taken. Then, buried deep beneath the ledgers, I found a small, leather-bound journal, not a financial ledger, but a personal diary dating back to 1985. I flipped frantically to 1995. Grandpa's handwriting was shaky, but legible. The entries from July 1995 were devastating. Grandpa wrote about a terrible argument, not with Sarah, but with Dad Daniel over a loan Dad had taken years earlier for college. Dad had promised to pay it back. The entry detailing the argument ended with Grandpa writing, I told Danny I needed that $10K now for the tractor or we lose the farm. He couldn't pay, so I went to the only other account I knew of. The next day's entry, Sarah's fund, I'll replace it. God forgive me, Sarah was telling the truth. Grandpa had stolen her $10,000 escape fund. The shame of it was what had driven her away. But I realized her version was a half-truth, a weapon. Grandpa had stolen it, yes, but only after being desperately let down by Dad Daniel who was supposed to be paying back his own loan. Grandpa hadn't just been selfish. He had been sacrificing one child for the financial negligence of the other. The debt was real, the betrayal was real, and it was the foundation of the 30-year silence. But as I read further, the biggest bomb dropped, the one that made the $45,000 debt and the $10,000 theft seem trivial. The entries from late 1995 started referencing a deep, dark secret. Grandpa was writing about ***, the accident, ***, and the resulting settlement. The entries were cryptic. The insurance pay-out was huge, but the price was silence. They can never know. Then, in 1996, a single entry that froze my blood. ***, she signed the final papers. The adoption is sealed. She will never know she was given up by them. ***, I flipped backward, searching for the date of the accident. October 1995. I cross-referenced this with Dad's old paperwork. Dad had been in a severe car accident that month, though he walked away with minor injuries. But the accident involved another car. I went online and searched local newspaper archives for the accident date. The headline was small, single, car accident, family of 3 injured. The article detailed the accident involving a young couple, Mark and Diane Ellison, and their infant daughter. Mark died instantly. Diane and the infant, severely injured, were rushed to the hospital. The baby. The adoption I felt physically sick. I dug through Dad's files. There were no adoption papers. But I found a receipt for a massive, out-of-court settlement paid by Grandpa Arthur's farm, insurance to Diane Ellison in 1996, $500,000. The amount was staggering for a small farm. The payment was tied to a clause labeled ***, a custodial transfer and non-disclosure. Grandpa Arthur hadn't been financially desperate because of the farm. He'd been covering up a much bigger tragedy. Dad was responsible for a fatal accident, and Grandpa paid a massive settlement and used the leverage to secretly take the surviving infant. I searched the family archives again, this time for anything related to 1996 and an infant, and there she was. A small photo, taken a year after the accident, of my little cousin, Lily, the daughter of Grandpa's deceased sister. Lily, who grew up living with us, who was like a younger sister to me and Ethan, was actually the infant daughter of Mark and Diane Ellison, She wasn't our cousin. She was the baby from the accident Dad caused, secretly adopted into the family to keep the tragedy and Dad's guilt hidden. But wait, Lily wasn't Dad's adopted child. She was the daughter of Grandpa's sister. This meant, I looked at the dates. Lily's supposed birth date was 1995. The accident was 1995. The adoption was 1996. The official family narrative was a lie built on another lie. I went straight to the lawyer, Mr. Thompson. I showed him the ledgers, the theft, the settlement, and the adoption entry. Mr. Thompson was pale. He confirmed the settlement but said the adoption was handled by a different attorney. Then I asked him the crucial question, was Lily truly the daughter of Grandpa's sister? Mr. Thompson paused for a long time. No, Maya, that was the story Arthur created. The adoption was a closed case, but the original adoption papers, which I saw briefly in 1996, listed the birth parents as Mark and Diane Ellison. Child's name was changed to Lily at the time of adoption. The shock wasn't that the baby survived. The shock was that I** was the one who had unearthed the fact that ** Lily **, my beloved cousin who was technically my sister, was the child of the man my father killed, and that Dad had lived with this secret while raising her. And where did this tie into Mom, Sarah, and the $45,000 debt? I went back to the original theft. Sarah claimed Grandpa stole her $10,000 escape fund in 1995. That was the same month as the fatal accident. Grandpa had been drained financially and morally by the settlement. He wasn't just broke. He was covering up a fatal crime and a secret adoption. Suddenly, Sarah's 30-year silence made a terrifying kind of sense. She didn't leave because Grandpa stole her money. She left because she found out about the fatal accident, the enormous settlement that crippled the farm, and the secret adoption of the victim's child. She had to choose between staying and being complicit in a lifetime of lies, or running away to protect herself. She chose herself, then used the simple $10,000 theft as a convenient, emotionally justifiable excuse for her absence. She paid the $45,000 debt to secure the house and the land because that land contained the physical memory of the entire tragic chain of events she had spent 30 years running from. The core conflict reached its horrifying climax. I had the complete truth. Dad caused a fatal accident. Grandpa stole money and covered up the crime by adopting the victim's daughter, who was now my cousin/sister, Lily. Mom knew all of it and fled, only to return 30 years later to erase the house, the site of the trauma, and secure her own financial future by claiming the simple $10,000 theft as her moral high ground. And now, Lily, who was preparing for college, still thought she was our cousin. I had to make a choice. If I revealed the full truth, the accident, the adoption, and the theft, it would destroy 3 people: my mother's reputation, my father's memory, and Lily's identity. But if I didn't, Sarah would bulldoze the farmhouse, erasing the history and securing her control over Ethan and me. So that's the situation I was in, holding the keys to a fatal car crash, a massive cover-up, and the true identity of my cousin. Before I tell you what happened next, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have dropped the nuclear bomb, exposed the entire tragic, lie-altering secret to Lily and the family to save the farmhouse? Or would you have focused solely on leveraging the $10,000 theft, using Sarah's own half, Ruth, against her to save the house quietly? Seriously, let me know what choice you would have made right there. I chose the precise, surgical reveal. I knew I couldn't risk Lily's life being destroyed, and I couldn't let my mother get away with using that land as a corporate retreat center, a symbol of corporate greed, literally bulldozing over a crime she helped cover up. I called Sarah, Ethan, and Mr. Thompson back to the farm office. I didn't bring up the fatal accident or Lily's true parentage. I focused only on Sarah's stated reason for her 30-year absence, the $10,000 theft **. Sarah, I began calmly, setting Grandpa's original ledger and journal on the table. You claim Grandpa stole your $10,000, and that was the reason you left. You've used that injustice for 30 years to justify your abandonment, and now to claim this land. I then read the ledger entry, loan repaid, $10,000. I paused. Now, here is the entry from Grandpa's private journal from the day he wrote that. I told Danny I needed that $10K now for the tractor or we lose the farm. He couldn't pay, so I went to the only other account I knew of, Sarah's fund. I had to. I'll replace it. God forgive me. Sarah's face went pale. Ethan was confused. The $10,000 theft was real, Sarah, I continued. But he didn't steal it out of greed. He stole it to cover the emergency debt caused by Dad's financial negligence regarding his old college loan. You ran away and built your entire empire on the simple, painful half-truth that your father was a thief. You conveniently left out the part where your perfect brother, Daniel, was the true cause of the emergency. I waited a beat. This was the moment of leverage. I revealed that Grandpa had paid the $500,000 settlement for the accident in 1996, immediately after the theft, which was the real reason the farm was financially ruined, and the $45,000 debt accumulated. I didn't say why the settlement was paid, only that it was 5 times the total value of the farm and was the true cause of his ruin, not a tractor repair. I then pointed to the original $45,000 check she used to clear the debt. You paid $45,000 to erase this house because this house contains the memory of your father's desperation and your brother's failures, both of which you abandoned. If you proceed with the corporate retreat, I will present all this documentation, the theft, the settlement, the true cause of the 30-year silence, to the local historical society, ensuring the land is designated a historical preservation site tied to the family's tragic financial history, forever preventing corporate development and attracting public scrutiny. Sarah, the corporate consultant, understood the language of liability and image control better than anyone. A public scandal involving a father sacrificing one child's savings to cover the negligence of the other, all while desperately managing a massive $500,000 insurance settlement, was toxic. Her pristine reputation would be shredded by the reality of her humble, messy origins, and her 30-year lie would be exposed. She looked at the ledger, the journal, and the settlement receipt I showed only the number of, and she knew I had the full, dark story, even the part she thought she had successfully buried. She conceded she couldn't risk the house becoming a public monument to her family's disaster. I will transfer my 50% share to Maya and Ethan, she said, defeated. But I want the $45,000 back. I will leave this place forever. I nodded. We paid her back the $45,000 from the tiny savings account Grandpa had left, and she signed away her 50% interest. She walked away with her corporate image intact and her money returned, but without the power to erase the history she hated. The aftermath was quiet justice. Ethan and I now own the farmhouse 50/50. We kept the house exactly as Grandpa would have wanted. We fixed the roof and started a small organic garden. We never spoke of the full truth again. Lily went off to college, happy and secure in her identity as our cousin. I protected her truth, honored Grandpa's sacrifice, and secured our family's home, all by leveraging my mother's fear of a scandal that would only reveal a fraction of the darkness. I destroyed her narrative without destroying Lily's life. The $45,000 check was meant to secure her future. Instead, it bought me and Ethan our past. The only moral, sometimes the half-truth is the perfect weapon. Like this video, if you think Grandpa Arthur was a tragic hero. Subscribe for more stories about inheritance, lies, and family history. And please, share your final thoughts on this whole mess in the comments section below. Do you think I did the right thing by protecting Lily's true identity, or should the truth always come out? I'll see you all in the next story.